Welcome to Sai Tech Info channel. So in today's class, we'll be discussing about the determinants. So let us have the overview about the determinants. We will discuss the properties involved in the determinants, then how to calculate the area of triangle using determinants. Then we should know what are minors, what are cofactors, and with the help of this, how we can arrive at adjoint and the inverse of a matrix. Then there are many applications of determinants and matrices. Particularly, we will be discussing in this class about the solutions of system of linear equations. Okay, so here we'll be discussing three variables too. Okay, applying the determinants and matrices. Okay, now let us proceed to the next part. So when we say the determinant of matrices, the matrices with the order 1 by 1, with the matrices with the order 2 by 2 and 3 by 3. So these are the main three types of orders we'll be discussing, the determinants for such kind of matrices. Suppose when we say matrices of 1 by 1 order means, so that is, if I have A, the matrix which has a single element as A, means its determinant will also be A. That's all. So whatever the value obtained here, I mean as element will appear as the value, that is determinant value of that particular matrix A. And you should know this one also. Normally, we represent the matrix like this, but in the case of determinant, we put this symbol. This is not modulus. This represents the determinant symbol. Okay, right. Now, so determinant of A, that means that is the A that itself gives the answer. That is the element is reflected here. Then for the determinant of order 2 by 2. 2 by 2 means that is it has got two rows and two columns. Okay. So first row, first column A1 and first row, second column A12. Similarly A21 and A22. So for which the determinant is given by, that is you have to diagonally multiply. So A11 into A22. So A11 into A22. Then when we, go upward, that is you have to put minus sign. So minus A21 into A12. Okay, so this results the value of determinant A of 2 by 2 order. Okay, then in this case of 3 by 3, that is A is equal to A11, that is it is the first order and first row, first column. Similarly, first row, second column, first row, third column. Okay, so A21, A22, etc. Now, when we take A11, you have to leave that row and leave that column and take the remaining. Okay, so that is A22 and A23, then A32 and A33. So what we have to do is we have to similarly multiply. Okay, so A22, that is A11 into A22 into A23. And we'll be discussing about the cofactors and minors for solving this determinant of a 3 by 3 in detail. Anyway, that is A22 into A23 and similarly minus A32 into A23. Okay. Similarly, for the first row, you have to take this one, then A12. When you take A12, you have to consider A21, A31, A23, A33. Why? Because we have to leave that row and leave that column also. You have to leave that row and leave that column. And A13 means that is you should not consider this column when you take A13. Similarly, this row should not be considered. So A21, A22, A31, A32. So you have to multiply these two, okay, and put the minus for the upward diagonal multiplication. Okay, right. Anyway, that is, we will discuss example for every concept. At that time, you may not get any confusion. Then, properties of determinants. So we have around 6 properties of determinants. So let us see one by one. Okay, right. Now, the first property, value of determinants unchanged. What is that? Value of determinants unchanged if rows and columns are interchanged. Let us consider here. Let me take some value like, okay, so a determinant here 2 minus 3 5 6 0 4 1 5 minus 7. Okay, so this is the determinant. Now let me have another determinant by changing, see this, by changing the row into column. Okay, that is 2 6 1. Here first column becomes first row, so 2 6 1, and second column becomes the second row, that is minus 3 0 5, and third column becomes the third row, that is 5 4 minus 7. Are you able to follow? So as far as this kind of interchange of rows and columns are concerned, it doesn't make any value in the determinants. It means lambda, this determinant value is equal to this one. Okay, so let me consider A, this is B. So A is equal to B in this case. The determinant of A is equal to determinant of B. Do you understand? So it remains the same. That is, when the value of the determinants unchanged when rows and columns are interchanged. Do you understand this point? Okay. Then next point. Sign of determinant changes when any two rows or columns are interchanged. So if two rows and columns are interchanged, let me have another example. Okay. Let me consider a determinant here, a determinant that is with the elements A1, A2, A3, then B1, B2, B3, okay, then C1, C2, C3, right? So this is one determinant, and another determinant is, that is, now it is said, let us consider the first row and third row, they are interchanged. Okay, so C1, C2, C3, B1, B2, B3, and A1, A2, A3. Okay, so this is the way they have rearranged. It means that is here first row, third row, first row, third row. They are interchanged. Row 1, row 3. So now it has become, the row 3 has become row 1 and row 1 has become row 3. So like that. If it is interchanged, now it is said that is determinant of the second one is a negative of the original one. Okay, so this is what it is illustrated. Sign of determinant changes, whereas nothing will happen by the interchange of row and column between any two rows or any columns. Okay, right. Then we will go ahead with the third one. Suppose if any two rows or two columns, okay, any two rows or two columns are identical, then the determinant value is equal to 0. Let me consider a determinant where that is A1, A2, A3, and we have B1, B2, B3, okay, and A1, A2, A3. Done. So in that case, its determinant value is equal to 0. Why? because they have identical rows. Two rows are identical, so they become 0. Okay. Now let us move to the next property, that is the fourth property. Determinant value multiplied by any constant k that is always equal to any one row or column into that concerned or relevant constant. Okay. So in this case, let us consider a determinant. Okay. A1, B1, C1. A2, B2, C2, A3, B3, C3. Okay, right. Now, so let us have 1 and the first row is multiplied by K. So K A1, K B1, K, K may be an arbitrary constant. So C1, A2, B2, C2, A3, B3, C3. Okay, so in that case, now this determinant is nothing but we can take k outside the what? The determinant. Okay, so a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2, a3, b3, c3. Do you understand? Now in that case, that is this one is equal to k into the previous determinant. Okay, got it. So this is what here illustrated, right? The common factor of any one row or column can be taken outside the bracket, outside the determinant. That is here k was taken. Okay, right. Next, if corresponding elements of any two row or columns are proportional, its value is 0. Okay. Here, let us consider for the determinant of the element A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, KA1, KA2, KA3. Okay, right. So in this case, you just listen. If K is taken outside the determinant, what will happen? Can be taken outside the determinant. So A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, and again A1, A2, A3. Okay. So based on the previous theorem, these two rows are identical, first row and third row. Right, the fifth property. Some or all elements, some or all elements of a row or column expressed as a sum of, this sum is different. Okay, sum, addition of two or more terms, that is equal to sum of two or more determinants. Okay, so let me explain this. Let us have a determinant a1 plus lambda 1, a2 plus lambda 2, a3 plus lambda 3. Okay, then here second row b1, b2, b3, third row c1, c2, c3. So that can be written as, we can dissociate the first row as a1, a2, a3. Okay, again as a separate entity. Clear? Lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3. Do you understand this? Now the remaining terms, remaining elements can be written here. So B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. Similarly, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. So we can dissociate, okay, so such kind of any row or all the row as we like. Let us move to the sixth property. Determinants remain same when Ri, that is ith row, is transformed into ith row plus k times of jth row, or you can apply the same in the case of what you call the columns also. So the ith column can be transformed into, that is multiplying by a factor like k, then Cj. Okay, so these things are allowed where R is equal to row, C is equal to column. Okay, and K is a constant. So we can multiply and add with any row. Similarly, we can multiply and add with what? Any columns also. Okay. For instance, let us consider I have the determinant like this: A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. Now this can be, now I can make, for instance, R1. Row 1 can be converted into row 1 plus 2 times of, otherwise k times of, okay, row 3, like that. So k times of row 3 means, so this is R1, this is R2. Okay, now I can rearrange the row. I have not disturbed B1, B2, second row, B3. Similarly, I have not disturbed C1, C2, C3. But what I have done, I have multiplied the row 3, okay, row 3 by 2 times, okay, and add to the row 1. So A1 plus I am multiplying by what? K. So K3 I can put. So KC1 and then A2 plus KC2 and then A3 plus KC3. Do you understand? So now the first row has been transformed as per this. Okay, so this kind of transformations are allowed in the determinants. Okay.